This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 42 Westbury Court, Thousand Oaks, California, 91360. Today is February 21st, 2023. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 4-inch ABS mainline sewer clean out at the front of the house. What we're going to do is we're going to run out and do our sewer inspection first, and then what we're going to do is we're going to push up the line up the waste line all the way to the furthest point to take a good look at the waste line as well. So again, this is our 4-inch ABS mainline sewer clean out here, just on the concrete just in front of the front door. This is our front door. This goes out towards our driveway in the front of our property, and we're just going to zero out our camera monitor here at the top of the clean out, and we're going to drop down and begin our video sewer inspection. What we're going to do is we're going to run a little bit of water, see if we could possibly maybe shake our camera, see if we can get our camera clear. Maybe run a little bit of water just to help clear our camera lens. Okay, we went ahead and ran a little bit of water in our bathtub at the furthest point of the rear of the house. You can see we do have some water passing through, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out, and again attempt to push all the way out to our city sewer tie-in. So it does appear that we are in black ABS sewer pipe. So again, we're going to continue to push out, and as we continue to push out, it does appear that we are transitioning to what appears to be vitreous clay sewer pipe. But again, we're just going to go ahead and utilize this water to help us push out and possibly push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. Another large offset there in that transition. So again, shake our camera a little bit. Again, we'll continue to push out. A little belly there. Get more debris on our camera lens and try to clear that up. And we'll continue to push out. Again, it's going to help try to push out some of this debris, some of this buildup that's laying down on the bottom of the line, and get that all washed out. We'll utilize that water and the camera to help push it out. We'll make a little bit of turn. We drop down into our city sewer tie. We'll pull back just a hair. And what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to just shut the water down and let everything drain down, and then we'll pull back and take a good look. So we're going to pause here. Okay, again, as we mentioned, we pushed all the way into our city sewer tie-in. You can see we do have some water flowing beneath us. So again, we're just going to pull back slowly, take a good look at our saddle. We're going to push in a little bit and try to rinse our camera lens off, see if we can get our camera lens a little clearer. And now we'll pull back slowly, take a good look at our saddle. We'll continue to pull back. Pull back slowly. Again, we can just pull back slowly. Those joints appear to be in fair maintainable condition. They are intact. No visible signs of any breaks, any root intrusions in those joints. So again, we'll just continue to pull back slowly. And you can see here around the 5 o'clock, maybe the 4 o'clock area, and around the 7 o'clock area, there's 2 areas there where we are missing a little bit of what appears to be concrete sewer piping. As you can see there. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back slowly. Again, we got a little bit of residual water still running, and we do have a home inspector in the house as well. So again, we're just going to continue to pull back to our next joint. Let's take a good look at our next joint. And this is our next joint. And again, a little bit of that erosion again right around that 4 o'clock area and right around that 7 o'clock area. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And again, it does appear to be concrete sewer piping. Make a little bit of a transition, a little bit of a drop there. Does appear to have an offset in that joint there. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area, and then we'll just make sure we get a little bit of this water running down. Okay, we went ahead and located this area. We did mark it with the red flag at approximately 5 foot 10 inches deep, just in front of the house at the edge of the grass and the sidewalk. So again, I'm just going to pull back slowly, and you can see this area here. We got a little bit of offset there in that area. But again, that is where we're transitioning from our lateral to our property line. And again, we pull back a little bit more, and you can see that we do have another large offset in that transition there. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to mark this area. As I pull back, you can see we do have a large offset in that transition there. We'll just push in just a little bit. And this is what appears to be our concrete sewer piping to vitreous clay transition. And as we pull back approximately another 3 feet, and we do have a large offset. So we're going to just pause here for a moment, and we'll locate this area. Okay, again, we went ahead and located this area at approximately 6 foot 2 inches deep, and it's just above the transition there where we transitioned from our concrete lateral to our vitreous clay. And again, we're just going to continue to pull back, and we're pulling back up towards the property. And that joint appeared to be, I'm going to push in a little bit, take a good look at the joint. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Again, it does appear that we do have some root intrusion in that joint there. As you can see, coming in right around the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock area, going all the way up from the 9 o'clock all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock area. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. What we'll do is we'll continue to pull back. We'll pull back and we'll mark where we transition back into our black ABS sewer pipe. So we'll pull back just a little bit, and this does look like our transition to black ABS sewer pipe. We'll pull back just to verify it is, and you can see here we do have a fairly large offset. You can see that looks like a moon, a full half moon there at the bottom. So again, we're just going to push in, we're going to pause here, and we're going to locate this area. Okay, again, we went ahead and located this large offset. And again, this is our transition from vitreous clay pipe to black ABS sewer pipe. And again, we did mark it with the red flag in the front yard at approximately 5 foot 10 inches deep. You can see there we do have a fairly large offset. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And as we pull back into what appears to be vitreous clay as well. So again, that was just a short section of black ABS plastic, possibly for a repair. So again, we're going to pull back just a little bit. We do have some root intrusion. And we're going to push to that point there, and we're going to mark that area as well. You can see we do have an offset, so we're going to pause here for a moment and locate this area. Okay, again, we went ahead and marked this area, and it is at 3 foot 5 inches deep. And again, you can see that we do have another large offset here in the transition from black ABS plastic to vitreous clay sewer pipe. Again, you can see here very large offset from about the 9 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock, as well with some root intrusion coming in that joint. And again, we did mark it with a red flag at 3 foot 5 inches deep. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And as we pull back, and we transition back into black ABS sewer pipe. So again, we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and marked this area at 3 foot 7 inches deep, again in the grass, just in front of the house. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back, and as we pull back, that's our transition from Richards Clay sewer pipe to black ABS sewer pipe. And again, as you can see, another large offset in that transition from about the 3 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 9 o'clock area. So again, we'll just continue to pull back. And just going to continue to pull back, and that joint appeared to be in fair condition. So as we pull back, we do have a tie-in here in this around the 3 o'clock area, and you can see that tie-in there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to run a little bit of water in our kitchen, and possibly in the mother-in-law's quarter by the laundry room. We'll run some water in that area and see if that's our tie-in. So we're going to pause here. Okay, again, we did identify this area, and we did run the water in the mother-in-law's quarter on the left-hand side of the house, the rear left-hand side of the house next to the laundry room, and that was the tie-in for that area. So again, as you can see, we've got a little bit of water rolling back. So again, we're just going to pull back slowly. Again, make a little bit of a turn, and we're gonna pull up and out of our clean out, and then what we're going to do is going to pull up and all the way out, and then what we're going to do is we're going to zero out our camera monitor at the top again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drop down and make a turn and view our waistline. So we're just going to go ahead and zero out our camera monitor here at the top of the clean out. And then we're just going to drop down, and we're going to run up the line now. We're just going to take a good look as we go up. As we go up, you can see that we do immediately transition to what appears to be cast iron sewer pipe. So again, we're just going to go ahead and push through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the mic. We're just going to push through. We're going to push through as far as we can, just to see how far back we go, and then we'll locate that area just to determine what side of the house we're running from. Again, tie in there. Again, we'll just continue to push out, and we'll push all the way out as far as we can. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. So again, we went ahead and pushed in, and we just pushed in just past our entranceway, kind of in our dining room area. And as you can see, we do have quite a bit of buildup and scaling and buildup throughout the cast iron waistline here. You can see that it's created a kind of like a small trough in here. You can see all the debris or holding water. So this area here, more than likely, you will catch debris and create soft stoppages. So again, we're going to pull back slowly. And again, as you can see, we do have quite a bit of buildup and debris throughout.
And are the different colors?
So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, as we pull back, you can see that the cast iron waistline does, again, still have quite a bit of buildup and debris. And we were holding some water. So again, we just continue to pull back, heading back towards the front of the house. And again, this area here, you can see it does appear to possibly be concrete overpour or something coming in from the top, but it does appear to be, looks like concrete. So again, we'll continue to pull back. Again, we're heading out towards our front of the house. But again, the cast iron waistline does have quite a bit of buildup, quite a bit of debris. So again,
This is why we do sewer line inspection.
Door?
Yeah, we're going to pause here for a moment. We'll locate this area. It does appear that we do have another tie-in in this area, so we're going to pause here. Okay, again, we did identify this area as our front bathroom on the right-hand side of the front right-hand side of the house. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. So again, as I mentioned, all the cast iron waistline pipe and fittings all appear to be heavy buildup and scaling throughout. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back towards our main cleanout. We'll make a transition back into towards our main cleanout, and we're going to come up and out of our cleanout, and that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection.